Good morning, my friends at Lawson Road. I hope everybody's doing great today and have had a good week and are ready for Pastor Richard to lead y'all in a great morning of praise and worship there at Lawson. Y'all probably noticed that things are a little different this morning. I've got a little guest here with us. This is my grandson.
Hi.
And today he's going to help me play, and it's a special weekend for us. Today and tomorrow are our birthdays, and it's a birthday weekend for us. And today I turn 62, and tomorrow
I turn 8.
Yeah, and together we're
70.
That's right. So we wanted to do this together today for y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy my little man playing drums with me. But I've got a little story that I want to tell today about me. And I was just a few years older than he is, and when I was in 5th grade. And when I was young, we moved around a lot. And me and my brothers, we had to learn to meet people. And also when we moved, it really wasn't a big deal to meet people and enjoy the new places. Well, one of the towns we went to, it was the same. And I met new friends in 5th grade, and everything was great that first day of school. But my friends told me when we were about to walk home, they said, now when you're walking home, you need to beware of St. Bernard. Well, I thought they were talking about a dog, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And so, but they weren't. They said they were talking about the school bully. And they said he was the biggest, meanest, ugliest guy they've ever seen. And so now I was really pretty scared to walk home. But I had to get home. So when about halfway there, sure enough, there stepped out from between houses St. Bernard. And boy, they were right. He was the biggest, meanest, ugliest looking kid I'd ever seen. And he came up to me and he looked at me and he said, if I see you coming this way again, I'm going to tear you up. Well, wow. If I hadn't been scared then, I sure was now. So I ran home, and my big brother Jim was there, and I told him everything that had happened. And he said, well, don't worry about it. You can handle it. And I said, how can I handle it? He said, don't worry, just trust me. Just know that I'm always there with you, and I'll always take care of you. I said, well, okay, well, how are you going to do that? Because you go to a different school than I do, and you're not going to be there walking with me. So anyway, he said to trust him and that he would be there for me. So the next morning, I got up, and I was ready to go to school and walk to school, but I sure was dreading it. But I got about halfway, and sure enough again, there came St. Bernard from out between the houses. And he was fixing to start up and come up to me, and all of a sudden, he turned around, stopped, and he turned around, and he ran the other way. I was like, what is going on? I looked around, didn't see anything, but I just walked to school and had a good day of school. And that afternoon coming home, was a little bit worried, and about where I always met St. Bernard, there he was. He came out from between the houses. All of a sudden, he stopped, and he took off and ran back the other way. So I didn't know what was going on, but when I got home, I told my brother Jim what was going on, and he said, see, I told you everything's going to be all right. Just trust me, and I'll always be there for you. So I didn't know what he meant, but I sure was glad that St. Bernard ran the other way. So the next few days, walking to and from school, everything happened the same. St. Bernard just took off and ran. Well, one morning, I was walking to school, and St. Bernard got there, and sure enough, same thing. He started out toward me, and boy, he took off running as fast as he ever had. But then I heard something behind me. So I turned around real quick, and guess what? There was Jim standing there behind me. He had been walking to school behind me every day, and walking behind me coming home from school every day. And that's why St. Bernard turned and ran. He was always there for me. And so when we got home, we talked about it, and he said, see, I told you, you just have to trust me and know that I'm always there with you. Well, you know what? In the Bible, in the end of Matthew 22, Jesus tells his disciples that they're supposed to go out to all the world and make disciples of all the nations and tell them about him. Well, that pertains to us too. Well, sometimes that can be a little bit scary to us, going out and telling everybody about Jesus. But a little bit later in that same chapter, Jesus tells the disciples and us to not worry, because he's going to be with us always. Not just every now and then, not in easy times, not in hard times, or even scary times, but always. And even more so than the promise that Jim made to me, Jesus' promise is absolute and forever. And when we face times that are challenging or even scary, we can stand up and stand on Jesus' promise and remember what a mighty God we serve. You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Y'all have a really great week this week.
Bye.